Colorado weather is at it again. At this hour, we're tracking both rain and snow around the state. Around the metro area, the rain has yet to stop falling. Meanwhile, there's snow coming down in the higher elevations. Evergreen has seen at least 3 inches so far. Thanks for joining us for 9 News at 5. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Tom Green. When you talk about that snow, that is throwing off some of the plans in the mountains, like rafting season. It was set to start this weekend, but the snowy blast has that season start on thin ice. 9 News reporter Ria Jha is live in Idaho Springs, where rafting outfitters are facing that snowy surprise.
Yeah, it's been dumping here for hours. It kind of slowed down within the last half an hour or so, but it looks like a winter wonderland out here. And while it may look like winter, as you said, the rafting companies were supposed to launch their season within the next few days. But when you have a company that's based on a river, you got to play by Mother Nature's rules, right? So we spoke with the Mountain Whitewater Rafting. Their gear is prepped and their bookings are full. But if it's snowing or too icy on Friday, the owner tells me they will have to delay their opening day. But it's not all bad news. The owner tells me the moisture now means a longer and stronger season.
If the weather stays snowing, that's what we need, and we need the moisture. So if we have to delay the opening to run a little bit longer into the summer, that would be great. But I would like to get open this weekend as well.
Now, the owner of the rafting company said they had to close at July 30th last year, so they are hoping for more storms like this, maybe a little bit warmer than this one. We're going to send it over to meteorologist Kathy Sabin. What can they expect this week on Friday for their opening day?
Ria, I think it's going to look a lot different than what it looks like behind you, which is a winter wonderland up there in Idaho Springs. I think a lot of that snow will melt off. It'll be a sunny day with temperatures probably in the 70s. So I think they're going to be okay. But meantime, down here, we still have heavy rain falling along the Front Range. A lot of water on I-25, reduced visibility from time to time, and a bit of fog and snow along the Front Range foothills kind of moves in and out. Temperatures have been chilly today, holding in the 40s. So definitely jacket weather. The wind has been lighter, but this direction out of the east will continue to push that moisture up against the foothills. It's a pretty big storm system churning over northern New Mexico. Out ahead of it, severe weather across Oklahoma and Texas. Back behind it, enough cold air that we're seeing the snow level come down from 11,000 feet to about 8,000 feet. We've gotten some pictures in from snow in Colorado Springs and also in the Castle Rock area. And we're seeing some heavy rain showers north of Denver and also just south and east. But the rain-snow line just outside of Boulder through Evergreen and Conifer and expected to lower further tonight. We have a winter storm warning out for the high country where we could be measuring the snow in feet tomorrow. I'll have more on that coming up.
Westminster police are investigating 2 incidents in which someone dropped or threw objects off a bridge and hit 2 cars on the road below. In these cases, no one was hurt, but one of the vehicles did sustain significant damage.
Police tell us they have no suspects, but stress the danger posed by something like this is very real. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates joins us now. And Kevin, of course, you just covered the criminal proceedings for 3 men headed to prison after killing a woman by hurling a rock at her car.
Kim and Tom, that's exactly the point that Westminster police stressed today, that this might seem like an innocent prank, but that the consequences could be horrific.
As the first car passed under a little-used bridge over Church Ranch Boulevard, something smashed into the windshield, shattering glass and terrifying the driver. Within minutes, another crash, this time on the roof of a car heading in the opposite direction.
We don't know if the 2 incidents are related, but just given the tight time frame and the same location, it doesn't seem like a coincidence that both vehicles were hit.
Westminster Police spokeswoman Samantha Spitz says detectives don't know who was on the Zephyr Street Bridge a little before 1 a.m. Saturday and don't know what hit those 2 cars. But they know this: it was no accident.
Yeah, these do appear to be dropped or thrown.
That has police troubled.
Something like this can, even if it is just a prank, can result in serious injury or even death.
2 years ago, Alexa Bartel's life ended in a heartbeat along Indiana Street after a rock thrown from an oncoming pickup smashed through her windshield. Her death devastated her family, and the 3 young men in that truck faced a different kind of consequence. Joe Koenig, convicted last month of first-degree murder, will spend the rest of his life in prison with no chance of parole. His accomplices pleaded guilty to lesser charges, but a judge still sentenced Nicholas Karolchik to 45 years behind bars and Zach Kwok to 32 years. Legal proceedings followed by the woman whose windshield was shattered Saturday.
That's why when it did happen, I was like, I can't believe this just happened to me. Like, it's kind of what you said, where it's like, you know it's a thing, but then it happens, and it really does feel like something that shouldn't.
We'll have much more with Roxanne Bingham on 9 News at 9 and 10 tonight. In the meantime, Westminster Police want to hear from anyone who experienced something similar, even if their cars did not appear to be damaged. They're also searching for video from dash cameras, ring cameras, surveillance cameras in the area. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Yeah, the timing right after these criminal proceedings is too close. Brings back some really tough memories. Thank you, Kevin.
An Army staff sergeant arrested in connection with a nightclub raid in Colorado Springs is going to stay in custody for at least another week. Juan Orona Rodriguez is accused of dealing cocaine at the nightclub. He was arrested on the Fort Carson Army base a few days after the raid last month. The DEA says it found pink cocaine, illegal guns, and dozens of people who were undocumented at the warehouse. Investigators say the soldier also ran a security company at the nightclub that employed other service members. During a detention hearing today, it was revealed that his mother-in-law owns and operates the nightclub. A judge could rule on his detention during another hearing next week.
A former Denver Broncos linebackers coach was in court today on allegations he punched a Denver police officer in an airport drop-off lane. Michael Wilhoit faces charges of second-degree assault on a peace officer, obstructing a peace officer, and criminal mischief. According to court documents, Wilhoit parked in an area at DIA where unintended vehicles aren't allowed. When he returned to his car, investigators say he punched and pushed the uniformed police officer who confronted him. Wilhoit and his attorney left court today without any comment. He is scheduled for a preliminary hearing June 10th in Denver District Court.
State lawmakers are moving forward with a bill aimed at improving rideshare safety. The Senate did give preliminary approval today for the bill, which aims to hold companies like Uber and Lyft more accountable. The bill would require faster action on safety complaints and more frequent background checks on drivers. This follows a personal story from Democratic State Representative Jenny Wilford, who says she was sexually assaulted during a Lyft ride by someone who wasn't authorized to drive. Since being introduced, the bill has seen several amendments pushed on by the rideshare companies. It is set for a final vote tomorrow, and if passed, the bill would head back to the House for a review of the amendments.